I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate...
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the L.A. Chargers. Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway in Southern California. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. 59, 59.
Here's Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, LA! A great play there. 57 yards. And the Chargers are on the board here first in the season opener. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Fair catch. The drive starts with a run from Achane. Listen, he stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense on balance.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now.
Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis.
And taken right at the 35. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Let's go, let's go.
Herbert off of play action, sliding out of the pocket. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
2nd and 17 at the 46-yard line.
380. Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right. Ready.
Herbert now. This one caught by Davis. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Hey, Kappa. 5'9", 5'9".
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, ram.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Being chased out left. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Home troops right.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offensive move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Purdy. Open man downfield is Hill. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Purdy looking to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all.
But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. The Charger drive about to get going. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Herbert's throw pulled in there by Johnston. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston, 39 yards. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing here, Purdy. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Ray.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's caught by Davis. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That one goes for 24 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hand.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. They'll roll him out right. Coleman has it here right side. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
I thought once he got out of the pocket, he was looking further downfield. Instead, he brings his sight lines back to a shorter route, settles on his receiver running the drag left to right, and they wind up not getting a whole lot out of that one.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Purdy. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins are going to be forced to settle for 3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try to plan a comeback.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Meanwhile, Herbert's this throw taken in by Johnston. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
21. Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right. Hey, Kappa. Ready.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Going to throw right side here, complete. There he goes again. Touchdown, LA! seconds of the first half. And the Chargers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And a rout is on here in this first half. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Throwing on second down, it's Purdy. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, a run by Achane. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. This one complete to Coleman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half.
Touchdown! Devon Achane, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here.
And the defense loses him. It's complete.
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. 82 yards.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try now from Dicker.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Flushed out right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Purdy from the gun on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. There he goes, right side. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready, run! Run!
After the turnover, here's Herbert.
He gets it to Johnston.
Touchdown!
Quentin Johnston.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Chargers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now Purdy. Airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown Dolphins. Mike Evans. 62 yards. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Purdy will throw for it. Here's a diving catch right side. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert now. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rally.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
A gain there of 30 big ones. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world that.
Touchdown, Chargers! Darius Davis, 31 yards. And the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's Purdy. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the right sideline, Tyreek Hill. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out, and you and I, let's get to the airport.
Hey, Ram. Set.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. Inside the 20. big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because
the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Brings up 3rd and 16.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. From the 50, here's Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to... And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Purdy with one final shot here. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. The city always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for LA...